actually carrying that.
Dream Academy.
Okay. Samara can take a picture, man. With that. Love the jig she gets in her feet there. Nice. The right person, good placement. Oh, yeah. The producer shows well. Perfect.
Friendship never ends. If you wanna be my lover, you have got to give. Taking this too easy.
Mira gives like the core edge. The other three are really good at cute. Oh, Emily's shining.
She's a real lady. And as for me, haha, you'll see. Slam your body down and wind it all around. Slam your body down and wind it all around. If you wanna be my lover, you gotta get with my friends. Make it last forever. Friendship never ends. If you wanna be my lover, you have got to give. Taking this too easy, but that's the way it is. If you wanna be my lover, you gotta.
The choreo is so good. And they're really delivering. Perfectly blended. Oh, perfectly blended. Okay. Oh damn, ratings. I really liked that. Like the cuteness was well placed, and it was it kind of felt a bit more natural, but it also was combined with like really good execution of the actual dance moves that weren't cute or gimmicky. So like that blend I really liked. They were really like bright on their feet as well, so that just gave everything such like a lightness. Vocals were really nice as well. Like you can definitely hear like Samara brings kind of like the difference in the vocal tone slightly changes with her. Like she can kind of like alter it to either be like more deeper and soulful, or she can bring some of that like height as well. I thought like Emily was really good, because last time vocally I was like but I feel like she was really good. And then I think we've got Wa. I think she stood out to me in the last one. This one, I think she was good. I just think the other three stood out more. So I don't think, so like if I said weakest, I couldn't say weakest, but if I say least favorite, it would probably be her, but nothing necessarily on her. I just feel like the other three kind of stood out more. I think strongest, I'm gonna have to give it to Emily. I think she really, I mean, it's slightly unfair because she definitely had much more of like center focus and just much more focus in general in the way that the dance was structured. Like she was really the spotlight, so naturally if she kills that, we're gonna think highly of her. But I do think some of the some of the things previously that I thought she should work on, or that weren't quite connecting with me, I feel like it was connecting this time around. Azrella, I feel like I always connect with her, and then sometimes she doesn't really get to showcase her dance and her singing ability, but you can see like she's on par, but you know, like she doesn't get those moments where we're like, oh, but then does she not get them, or does she not take them? I don't know, because you've got in other songs where some of the members just like grabbed it, so I'm not sure entirely, but yeah, I really liked that. Okay, who's next?
Dream.
Okay, confident. Okay, yeah, this is a strong powerhouse group. Oh. Started strong. The outfits as well. Wow.
It's time for me to take it. I'm the boss right now. Not gonna fake it. Now when you go down, 'cause this is my game, and you better.
I'm sorry, we're actually going to that. We don't use that front. That beginning was really nice. The unveiling of Megan and then Lara at the behind with such ferocity. Yes. And this whole like section that they did here. Nice. She's adding pauses to give herself that moment to keep it strong. Oh yes, I waited for this, for her to sound.
What's wrong with being? What's wrong with being confident? Oh, what's wrong with being? What's wrong with being? What's wrong with being confident? Oh.
There's a reason that Megan shot up in the votes.
So you say
Oh. Oh, those runs while she's doing all of that. Yay! Ooh. Okay, I think I loved the power in that. Obviously, they had that in the choreography, the way that the choreography was made, but I feel like they actually delivered that power and that strength well. There was a part at the beginning where Yoonchae felt like it was too much, and it like felt a bit like, I don't know, you know like when you like know someone's performing. That sounds really silly because obviously we know they're performing, but you know when it just doesn't feel like as, there was only like a little section, little part there that I felt, but throughout it was really strong. Vocally as well, like it was really like solid. Liked the choreo. I think, so I'm not gonna say again weakest. I think let's go for like least standout, because I think that's more what it is. So I'm gonna go Marquise, but obviously there was elements of that I was watching, knowing that she had that back injury. You're thinking, like I was watching it thinking, oh girl, that's gotta hurt. That part has gotta hurt. So I think it's probably like to do with that as well. Strongest, honestly, I'm going Jewel. I've got to go Megan and Lara because I think they both delivered in slightly different ways. Megan's like, what's it called? Like there's a way that she arches her back or she like positions herself that is just, you see it and it's just beautiful. And I don't know if it's her natural proportions or I think it's, that helps, but I think it's also the way that she like moves her body, beautiful. And I felt like Lara was really strong dance-wise, but also like that power, that intensity that was like coming through the screen. And then obviously vocally she was really strong as well. So I think both of them I'm gonna give it to. Yeah.
Dream. ปั่นเขา Dream Academy
I like the times. I know she is actually carrying that intro. Damn! If we just think about it, even just not, oh my gosh, the charisma in it, the like vibe that we're getting also in her hips, but equally, like if you compare her against Daniela, who we know is like such a solid dancer, the way that Daniela is like reaching and just extending her body compared to like everyone here, like Sophia is matching that energy. She's not just focusing on like her hip movement, she's actually like her whole body is engaged into it. And then we're getting that face as well. Yeah. Oh, the twat. Whoa.
I'm telling you to loosen up my buttons, babe.
Oh, wow, my
But
God.
you keep frontin', say what you gon' do to me, but I say nothing. Loosen up my buttons, babe, but you keep fighting, saying what you gon' do to me, but I say nothing.
Their voices back to back.
Darling, hardly the type of papa. I like when the physical. Don't leave me asking for more. I'm a sexy mama. I could just it again when I wanna. All I wanna do is bring this on ya.
Not the way she said.
I'm a
Sex.
sexy mama. Don't leave me asking for more.
The grit in her voice and then that mama part. Sorry.
I'm a sexy mama. I could just it again when I wanna. All I wanna do is bring this on ya. Make it out of the things that I told ya.
Oh, she has such a vibe.
Things all night long, but I can't seem to get you over it. I'll take this off.
Oh yeah, some grit.
Girls are hitting on me, and the heat coming from this beat. I'm about to blow. I don't think you know. I'm telling you, loosen up my buttons, babe, but you keep fighting. Say what you gon' do to me.
Whoa.
But I see nothing. Loosen up my buttons, babe, but you keep fighting.
My whole like
Say what
focus
you gon' do to me,
is centered
but
on
I
Sophia.
see nothing.
She's killing her parts.
Listen up. But
There's so many times where I feel like Daniela's doing too much. Not here. Not here.
but I see
Perfect.
nothing. Listen up. I can take this.
Come on. Wow, yes.
I'm telling you, loosen up my buttons, babe, but you keep fighting. Say what you gon'
Is she
do
doing it to her?
But I see nothing. I'm telling you, loosen up my buttons, babe.
Not the
But you
chairs.
keep fighting, saying what you gon' do to me. But I see nothing. I'm telling you to loosen up my buttons, babe, but you keep fighting, say what you gon' do to me. But I see
Manon
nothing.
sounds strong.
What you gon' do to me?
Listen, the girl that they literally dragged from Switzerland is now here doing vocalizations.
But you keep fighting. Say what you gon' do to me, but I say nothing.
She's always the center. Yeah. Yeah, that that'll work. I always find it funny when they have like chairs in performances, because yes, it gives like an effect, but so much more. Can you see at the end where they're having to like drag it back as if it's not hard enough to dance and sing? They're like having to maneuver all these chairs. The choreo overall was like so mature. There were elements where I was like, are we allowed to see it up here? But the like intensity, the way that we were really drawn into this environment that they're in was really intense, really nice. And then I feel like there were also like lots of individual and like moments that were kind of peppered throughout. You know, sometimes in performances there's like signature parts, like here like 1 or 2 or 3, but here I felt like that was continually rotating, that each member was getting multiple of those moments. It's just a case of like who maybe is like shining more or who is like taking a grasp of it more. Yeah, I really liked the choreo. I think, okay, so we usually do a whole rating thing. So if we're going to do, oh man, I think vocally also, that's the other thing. I think vocally each of them were good. And there's this thing where like I put Daniela into like a dance category, but actually each time her vocals are really stable, and for particularly songs like this, it really suits her beautifully and just allows her to kind of go to that extra level. There's a reason why a lot of the other dancers, like pro dancers that started in the documentary, haven't continued. There's a reason why, because they've kind of like stayed at that pro dancer level, but Daniela has really like been able to transform and show different sides of herself and capture that kind of audience attention in a different way. And she was a ballet dancer or like ballroom, so like to get that this element now is really nice. Celeste, every time you hear her voice, it sounds really nice, and it contrasts really well also with other members, because you can see in each performance I've seen of her, her voice is always different to everyone else there. So there's like a really unique selling point. I would say also like dance wise, she's probably like third. I would say in this group, like Daniela, Sophia, Celeste. So I feel like there are elements where she's like, you know, kind of rotating really nicely and it looks beautiful. Naeun just has that like star quality down. She has her vocals down as well. And I think there were moments where you see all 5 of them together and you can see that she's slightly like slower or like not kind of rotating the full kind of as energetically maybe as the others, but what she lacks in that part she makes up for in her vocals and in her like kind of like presentation. Manon, again, like if you're talking about categories, the fact that like the way that it's all started, so watching the documentary you can see that they kept talking about this whole like her not having talent, which is just rude, and her just being pretty. But you can see she's more than that, and she's actually improving. And in this performance, there was no cracks. There was no point where I thought, oh, like I felt like she was really strong in it. And she also added like certain kind of flutters of her own that were like particular to her, which was really nice. And you got to hear a bit more of her vocal colour. Sophia, hands down, I'm sorry, like she stole the show for me from start to beginning. When she's on the screen, I'm watching her. It's not just like the way that she's dancing, it's that intensity she's bringing in her moves, but also like her presentation. You literally felt the words that she's saying, but you also felt fear. Like I felt nervous watching her, but not in like nervous that she's like not gonna execute it well, but just nervous like, what are you gonna do with me? That's literally I think she was really, really solid. So we always say like favorite, least favorite, or I wouldn't say weakest in this. Again, let's say strongest, like standout, and then like least standout. So ooh, strongest Sophia, least it's gonna be really hard because I really do feel like there were points where Naeun was detracting with her dance, but like I said, she more than made up for it in the other areas. So it's kind of like, it's hard for me to put those parts down. So I think I'm gonna have to go Celeste, unfortunately. Actually, to be honest, why Nayeon? I think I just like Manon, because actually it should be between Celeste and Manon, to be honest. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, yeah, so sorry Celeste. Love you, but sorry. I'm gonna watch this part again. Yeah, the thing is, all your focus is on Sophia. When you don't look at Sophia and you look at the others, unfortunately, Sophia is really like, minus Daniela, of course, but she's really, because I feel like this move is such a full body activity, and it's also like got a lot to do with like isolating various body parts, and you can see some of them, like the rhythm isn't quite catching, or the way that they're kind of doing it, like having that strength of the arm and actually strength of the body being like very upright while still swinging their hips. I think that's quite a skill. Yeah. I'm so sorry, I'm gonna cover. Okay, watch the sides. Okay, let me not do too much. Watch it on your own, and you'll see what I was catching. That was like,